Hej sann!
Hei.
Hei, velkommen hit.
Takk.
Hva heter du?
Jeg heter Angelina Jordan.
Hvor gammel er du da?
Jeg er 7 år.
7 år.
When a 13-year-old girl stepped barefoot onto the America's Got Talent, the champion stage, and opened her mouth to sing, nobody in that arena could have predicted what was about to happen. What came next was a performance so extraordinary, so utterly mesmerizing, that it would send shockwaves around the world and transform a young Norwegian prodigy into an international sensation with a lifestyle beyond anyone's wildest imagination. This is Angelina Jordan, the barefoot jazz phenomenon who took the world by storm with her impossibly mature voice, trapped in a teenager's body. With her soulful renditions of classic songs and an undeniable magnetic presence that commands every stage she graces, Angelina became one of the most talked about contestants in America's Got Talent history. But her journey from that golden buzzer moment to her luxurious life today is filled with remarkable performances, difficult choices, and a level of success that most artists twice her age could only dream of achieving. Join us as we tell you what really happened to Angelina Jordan from America's Got Talent, the champion. The stage lights dimmed in the America's Got Talent theater on that January evening in 2020, and out walked a petite 13-year-old girl with striking features and an air of confidence that seemed almost otherworldly for someone her age. Angelina Jordan stood barefoot on that massive stage, a quirk that immediately caught the attention of judges Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Alicia Dixon, and Howie Mandel. Simon, never one to hide his skepticism, leaned back in his chair with that familiar expression of doubt crossing his face. Another young singer trying to tackle a classic, he must have thought, but Angelina wasn't just any young singer, and she certainly wasn't there to perform just any song. As the opening notes of Queen's legendary Bohemian Rhapsody began to fill the arena, something magical started to unfold. But this wasn't the bombastic rock anthem everyone knew and loved. Angelina had transformed it into something completely different, something hauntingly beautiful. Accompanied only by a guitar and piano, she began to sing, and the entire atmosphere in the room shifted. Her voice, impossibly deep and smoky, with an Amy Winehouse-esque quality, wrapped around the lyrics with an emotional maturity that defied her young age. She sang Too Late, My Time Has Come, send shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. And you could literally see jaws dropping throughout the audience. People in the crowd stopped moving, stopped breathing, completely transfixed by what they were witnessing. The judges sat frozen in their seats. Simon Cowell's skeptical expression melted away, replaced by something resembling awe. His mouth hung slightly open as he leaned forward, unable to believe what his ears were telling him. Alicia Dixon's eyes began to glisten with tears as the performance continued, her hand covering her mouth in disbelief. Howie Mandel sat completely still, his usual animated personality subdued by the sheer power of Angelina's voice. And Heidi Klum, well, Heidi was already reaching for that golden buzzer before Angelina even finished her final note. As Angelina delivered jaw-dropping vocal runs and held notes that seemed impossible for someone her age, the audience rose to their feet. Cell phones came out across the theater, everyone desperate to capture this once-in-a-lifetime moment. Tears streamed down faces throughout the crowd. When the final haunting note faded into silence, there was a beat of absolute stillness, as if the entire world had paused to catch its breath, and then the arena absolutely erupted. The standing ovation was thunderous and instantaneous, but it was what happened next that would change Angelina's life forever. Heidi Klum leaped from her chair and slammed her hand down on that golden buzzer with such force and excitement that confetti and golden light exploded across the stage. Angelina stood there, barefoot and humble, as the reality of what just happened washed over her. She had just received a golden buzzer on America's Got Talent, the champions, meaning she would advance directly to the finals, bypassing all the preliminary rounds. The other judges stood and applauded wildly. Alicia Dixon, visibly moved to tears, proclaimed through her emotion, "I feel like I am witnessing the birth of something really special, a star." Heidi Klum, still emotional from pressing that golden buzzer, told Angelina, "I don't think you know how good you are." Even Simon Cowell, the notoriously difficult-to-impress judge who had launched 1,000 careers with his brutal honesty, could only shake his head in amazement. The performance began trending on social media within minutes. Twitter exploded with reactions. Instagram comments flooded in by the thousands, and the YouTube video of her audition started racking up millions of views almost immediately. What made it even more special was that Queen's official Twitter account retweeted her performance with the comment, "Wow, what a rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody," when the actual band whose song you're covering publicly praises your version. You know you've done something extraordinary. But what America's Got Talent didn't tell you was the incredible journey Angelina had already taken just to get to that stage. This wasn't her first rodeo with talent competitions, not by a long shot. 6 years earlier, at the impossibly young age of 7, little Angelina had walked onto the stage of Norway's Got Talent and sung Billie Holiday's haunting, gloomy Sunday in a way that made grown adults weep. She won that entire competition at age 8. Becoming an overnight sensation in Norway and across Europe. Her audition video went viral, accumulating over 300 million views and landing her features in Time magazine, People, CNN, and BBC. What most people didn't know was that Angelina had been pursued by major record labels since she was 8 years old. Multiple companies wanted to sign this prodigy to capitalize on her extraordinary talent while she was still a child. But Angelina, with wisdom beyond her years and the guidance of her supportive family, made a choice that shocked the music industry. She turned them all down. "I knew I wanted something bigger," she later revealed. "I didn't want to jump into it until I felt I was ready." So while other child stars were being pushed into the spotlight and burned out by age 15, Angelina quietly honed her craft, studied the jazz legends she adored, and waited for the right moment. Between winning Norway's Got Talent and appearing on AGT, The Champions, Angelina had been anything but idle. She performed at the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony not once, but twice. She sang for former President Barack Obama at the Brilliant Minds Conference in Stockholm. She performed before 40,000 people at major music festivals. She even sang for the legendary Quincy Jones at his 85th birthday celebration in London's O2 Arena, closing the show alongside other artists with a performance of Man in the Mirror. And through it all, she maintained her trademark of performing barefoot, a touching tribute to a shoeless girl she had befriended years earlier, to whom she had given her own shoes and promised to always perform barefoot until all children had shoes. The reason Angelina always performed barefoot had become her signature, but it also represented something deeper about who she was. At age 9, she had written and published a book about that experience called Between Two Hearts, illustrated by her grandmother, making her the youngest published author in Norway. This wasn't just a performer chasing fame. This was a young woman with purpose, with heart, with a genuine desire to use her platform to make the world better. Following that explosive golden buzzer moment, Angelina advanced straight to the America's Got Talent, the Champions Finals, but the pressure was immense. She had set the bar incredibly high with her audition, and now millions of people around the world were watching to see if she could deliver that same magic again. Social media buzzed with predictions that she would win the entire competition. Comments flooded in declaring her performance of Bohemian Rhapsody the best of the season, perhaps the best in act history. But Angelina faced something that many didn't see coming, the weight of astronomical expectations. It was during her finals performance that Angelina truly proved she belonged among the champions. She chose to perform Elton John's classic Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, and once again, she completely reimagined it, based largely on Sarah Bareilles' version, but with her own unique touches. Angelina transformed the song into a melancholic masterpiece. As she stood on that final stage, still barefoot, still carrying herself with that same humble grace, she began to sing. Her voice soared through the arena with runs and riffs that showcased her incredible vocal range. She held notes that seemed to suspend time itself, pouring every ounce of emotion into each lyric. The audience sat mesmerized, many with tears streaming down their faces as this teenage girl delivered a performance that belonged in the halls of legendary vocal performances. The judges were unanimous in their praise. Simon Cowell stood immediately when she finished, leading the entire panel in a standing ovation. All four judges leaped to their feet, applauding wildly as the audience roared their approval. Alicia Dixon, still visibly emotional, predicted she would be remembered as one of the greatest voices of her generation. Heidi Klum couldn't contain her excitement, telling Angelina that watching her perform was witnessing the making of a superstar. Social media once again exploded. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road began trending worldwide within minutes. YouTube reactors posted emotional responses to her performance, many moved to tears by the raw emotion in her voice. The hashtag Angelina Jordan trended across multiple platforms as millions of viewers declared they were witnessing something truly special. Though Angelina didn't take home the ultimate act, the champion's title that season, finishing in the top 10, what happened next proved that sometimes not winning is exactly what an artist needs, because while she didn't get the trophy, she got something far more valuable. She got the entire world's attention, and she got it on her own terms. Within months of her act appearance, in August 2020, the announcement came that sent shockwaves through the music industry. Republic Records, one of the biggest labels in the world, the home of megastars like Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, and Post Malone, had signed 14-year-old Angelina Jordan. This was the moment she had been waiting for since she was 8 years old. This was the something bigger she had known was out there. Her first single under Republic Records, Million Miles, dropped in November 2020 and was co-written by Angelina herself and produced by the legendary Norwegian duo Stargate, who had worked with Beyoncé, Rihanna, and Sam Smith. The track showcased not just her incredible voice, but her songwriting abilities, proving she was far more than just a talented vocalist covering classic songs. The success of Million Miles was immediate and substantial. The song accumulated millions of streams across platforms, with the music video and lyric video on her official YouTube channel gaining nearly 9 million views combined. But Angelina wasn't satisfied with just one hit. In 2021, she released Seventh Hen, followed by a string of successful singles including Love Don't Let Me Go and Our Time in 2023. Each release showcased her artistic growth, her expanding range, and her ability to blend jazz, soul, and contemporary pop into something uniquely her own. Love Don't Let Me Go became the lead single from her EP Old Enough, which displayed not just her vocal prowess but her maturity as a songwriter, with lyrics that resonated with fans worldwide. By 2024, Angelina was working with Grammy-winning producer and songwriter Toby Gad, collaborating on tracks like If I Were a Boy, Bad Valentine, and What a Wonderful World. She wasn't just releasing music. She was creating art that stood alongside the work of established industry veterans. In February 2023, she performed the FIFA anthem We Are the Best before a worldwide audience at the Best FIFA Football Awards, sharing the stage with record producer Red One. She appeared on Germany's Next Top Model, performing 3 songs including Love on the Brain, Valerie, and One Moment in Time, where she reunited with her act judge Heidi Klum, who hosted the show. Then, in a move that shocked her fans and the industry alike, Angelina made a bold decision in 2025. She left Republic Records and became an independent artist once again. This wasn't a step backward, it was a power move forward. As an independent artist, she maintained complete creative control, something she had always valued. She released 2 full albums of original songs in 2025, with lyrics based on her grandmother Mary Zamani's poems, bringing her career full circle to honor the woman who had been her mentor and inspiration from the very beginning. Her most recent album, Secret of the Soul, dropped in September 2025, showcasing a mature artist who knew exactly who she was and what she wanted to say. But what about the luxurious lifestyle that came with all this success? As of 2025, Angelina Jordan's net worth is estimated between $3 and $5 million, an extraordinary achievement for someone who just turned 19 years old. Her income streams are diverse and substantial, including music sales, streaming royalties that number in the hundreds of millions across platforms, concert performances, social media monetization, and brand partnerships. Her official YouTube channel boasts over 959,000 subscribers with more than 114 million views, generating significant advertising revenue. On Spotify alone, she has over 500,000 monthly listeners, with her tracks featured in playlists that reach millions of additional users. Her social media presence is equally impressive, with nearly 1 million followers on Instagram and a robust following on TikTok, where her videos have accumulated tens of millions of views. One of her TikTok videos alone garnered massive viral attention, spreading her music to even wider audiences. Her concerts have become must-see events for music lovers. In December 2024, she performed a Christmas special show at the El Rey Theater in Los Angeles, her first concert in 3 years, delivering a 95-minute performance with no intermission that left the sold-out crowd in tears. Fans who attended described it as witnessing once-in-a-generation talent, with her live performances somehow surpassing even her incredible studio recordings. Concert tickets to see Angelina Jordan perform now range from $281 for standard seats to over $2,000 for very important person experiences. A testament to the demand to witness her artistry in person. She has performed at prestigious venues including the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino, the same stage where Elvis Presley once performed, creating a beautiful full-circle moment for an artist who has always honored the legends who came before her. Reviews from her concerts consistently describe emotional, transformative experiences, with audience members reporting that they were moved to tears multiple times throughout her performances. Angelina currently splits her time between Oslo, Norway, and Los Angeles, California, living a lifestyle that balances her Norwegian roots with the opportunities available in the American music industry. What specific details of her personal life remain private, as she prefers to keep her focus on the music. She lives comfortably with the support of her close-knit family, including her mother, Sarah, her father, Jerry, her younger sister, Juliet, who has appeared in several of her music videos, and her grandmother, Mary, who remains her mentor and artistic collaborator. Despite her wealth and success, those who know Angelina describe her as remarkably grounded and humble, someone who prefers to invest in her music career, her education, and supporting causes she believes in rather than splurging on extravagant purchases. She continues to use her platform for philanthropy, raising money for environmental causes and children's charities worldwide. She has helped raise over 25 million euros for children in need through benefit concerts in Germany. She performed for the Rainforest Alliance at the American Museum of Natural History, and has sung for NASA astronauts. In 2023, she was presented as a debutante at Le Bal des Débutantes in Paris, a prestigious international event, showcasing her personal growth alongside her musical achievement. Yet through all of this success, she maintains her signature trait of performing barefoot, never forgetting the promise she made to that shoeless girl years ago. Angelina Jordan's story is one of extraordinary talent meeting unwavering determination and patient wisdom. From that 7-year-old girl who stunned Norway with her rendition of Gloomy Sunday, to the 13-year-old who received a golden buzzer on America's Got Talent, The Champion, to the 19-year-old independent artist creating her own path in the music industry. Angelina has proven that true artistry cannot be rushed or manufactured. She waited until she was ready to sign with a major label, and when the time came to reclaim her independence, she had the courage to do that too. Her luxurious lifestyle today is not just about the money or the fame, it's about the freedom to create the music she loves, to honor the jazz legends who inspired her, and to touch millions of hearts with her voice. With a net worth in the millions, sold-out concerts across the globe, collaborations with Grammy winners, and a dedicated fan base that spans continents, Angelina Jordan has built a life that most artists spend decades trying to achieve. But she's still just getting started. At 19, with her entire career ahead of her, the possibilities are endless. She continues to release new music, plan concert tours, and evolve as an artist. Her message to aspiring performers has always been clear. Know your worth, don't rush your journey, and never compromise your artistic vision for quick success. What do you think about Angelina Jordan's incredible journey from that barefoot 7-year-old on Norway's Got Talent to the internationally acclaimed artist with a luxurious lifestyle she is today? Did her golden buzzer moment on America's Got Talent, The Champions, give you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Which of her performances is your favorite? The show-stopping Bohemian Rhapsody or her emotional goodbye, Yellow Brick Road? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us which other talent show contestant we should cover next. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another inspiring story about your favorite performers. As for Angelina Jordan, her story is far from over, and we cannot wait to see what extraordinary heights this barefoot jazz phenomenon will reach next. Something tells us the world hasn't seen anything yet from this once-in-a-generation talent.